Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So I actually have the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle, so the Samhain edition. So I was super excited to hear when the Yule Oracle came out, and actually I'm borrowing this deck from my friend Annette. She had just gotten it actually, and she wanted me to kind of like work with it and see what I thought, and then maybe do a little review on it. So I'm doing a review on it, and then maybe play with it a little bit more, and then I'm gonna have to hand it back to my friend Annette. But I've definitely made up my mind. I'm definitely gonna be getting this deck now that I've had it in my hands and I've been able to work with it. So okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the box here. And I've seen this on pre-order for quite some time on Amazon. It's got some cool gold foiling on the word witch. This is by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz, illustrated by Giada Rose. And by the way, the artwork is fabulous, which is why I was considering like maybe getting the Yule or I keep saying Oracle. Oracle. This is the back here. And this is put out by Rockpool Publishing. Very nice. Loving the gold foil. Very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and open her up here. You have a beautiful green moon, and actually today is the full moon as I film this. I know it's Sunday for you guys, so I find this very like pertinent to today. Anyway, let's take the cards out. And you notice we have two moons. I guess that makes it a blue moon. For the top and the bottom here. And then we have like just some rock pool information here. And we have the guidebook. So, all right. I'm not saying people have to read from the guidebook, but it is kind of cool to at least take a gander and see what the creators had in mind for this particular deck. And I love all the holly. I love the kind of like, wintry, Yule, Christmassy, type of feel. And I love the tea staining on the pages. That's wonderful. And we have our little table of contents there. Full color, by the way, so freaking awesome. It has a little bit about Lorraine Anderson, a little bit about Juliet Diaz, and your illustrator, Giada Rose. Okay, so it kind of goes into, okay, now we're in the season of Yule. So kind of what does that mean? And, how does this connect to this particular oracle? And all of that. So a lot of really cool information. I would say, if you end up getting this deck, just give this a little bit of a read. And then, I'm always encouraging people to read from their intuition. But like I said, it's cool to kind of go through the guidebook first and just, gather some ideas. Figure out what they had in mind here. Okay, so a little bit about how you could use the cards. Of course, when you get your deck, it's always up to you what you want to do. There's some lovely spreads here. There's even a Christmas cross tarot spread, the evergreen wreath. So lots of cool stuff. And then we get into the oracle cards. Again, full color. We have a little bit about kind of what is actually on this card, like what's actually written here is written here, and then a little bit more information, a little bit extra in case you're a little stuck on, oh, what did they mean by that? Or maybe it's like a little bit difficult for your intuition to come through. So like I said, full color, beautiful, lots of information. And then guess what's coming? Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. I'm gonna want to actually probably end up collecting them all, I think. I think so. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this off to the side and take a look at these lovely cards. First of all, can we just have a moment with that gold foil, green foil? It's just amazing. I'm easily amused, as you can see. Okay, let's take a look at the cards here, and we'll use my little Pusheen card here, that's a standard tarot card. You can see how much wider it is and how much taller it is than your standard tarot card. So not too big actually. So if you have smaller hands, I would say you'd still be able to shuffle this deck quite easily. It's good for a riffle shuffle, side shuffle. You know, it's totally up to you guys. Me, I'm not really a riffle shuffler. I'm more of a side shuffler. Plus, this is my friend's deck, so I'm not really going to bend her cards for her. She can bend her own cards. But anyway, let's bring in the backing for you guys so you guys can get a little up close here. Beautiful watercolors. I suppose you could do reversals with it. I'm not really a reversal type person, although I do read the inverse of a card without having to be like physically reversed. But I guess, you know, you would know when the moon is kind of upside down and when it's not, I guess. But anyway, the cardstock, pretty shiny, as it does have a coating on here. But I didn't really find that to be an issue when I was shuffling the cards. The cardstock, probably around the 300 range, upper 200 range, I would say. So pretty good cardstock. Plus you don't want them too thick, otherwise sometimes it becomes a little bit more difficult to shuffle the cards. But anyway, let's take a look at the wonderful images. So you'll see obviously some beautiful watercolors created by Giada Rose. You'll have a keyword here, and then underneath you'll have almost like a little spell. So I would say go off your intuition. If this stuff doesn't really resonate with you, you know, obviously go off of what you see in the picture, vice versa, or, you know, put it all together. But I love kind of like the sayings down here. It's like, for mistletoe, what dreams may come from the borrowing of ivy held tight within the womb, a calling in of souls, sorts, a spell from above, holy holly. So it's like a little poem, little magical words. Yeah, I'm gonna get this deck, you guys. So Annette, thank you so much for allowing me to borrow your deck. I've had some pretty cool readings from it. I'll be doing a reading at the end of this review, as I always do. Just so you guys can kind of see how I'd read with it, and so maybe you can get a really awesome message, perhaps. I'm excited to see what they would do with for Beltane, and if they're going to do like all the Sabbats and the S-Bats, or just the Sabbats. That would be cool. Chills. Don't really have too many chills here. I'm in Tempe, Arizona, and well, let's see. It's 99 today. I'm just like soaking this in with you guys, since I've only had really like a week to work with it. But it's pretty similar to the Samhain Oracle. Obviously has a different energy to it, but you know, I'm just kind of familiar with, you know, the artwork and the creators, so I'm, you know, it wasn't too hard a transition to use the Yule deck. Feel free to press pause at any time in case you want to take a look at one of the cards a little bit longer. I find that, you know, I do like to read what's on the card, but I go off of the artwork. You know, how does it connect with my intuition? So sometimes I take this into account. But with this particular deck and the Samhain Oracle, I'm more going off of the imagery. Oh, and by the way, I have paired it with tarot. I like to use it alone actually, but I think it does really well with tarot as well. And the Green Witch Tarot, I think, is a perfect addition to this deck. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and give this a shuffle. We'll pull a card and we'll look at the guidebook, but then, I'm also going to give my 2 cents on what I'm feeling from this. So if this message connects with you, that's awesome sauce. If not, then I hope that you enjoyed taking a look at these lovely images. And I do these reviews so that, yeah, we can just like bask in the beautiful artwork across the interwebs. But if you are interested in obtaining it, then I will put the link for Amazon down below. Okay, so let's see what our card is. Ooh, we have the Hearth card. Actually, if we just put this back here. So let's get in nice and tight with this particular card. Beautiful. Oh, I have all the Christmas feels right now. Okay, may your warmth take in the gazing flame, upon the shivers they melt away. So for me, right away, it's like just tapping into heart center. Anything that's coming up, anxieties, worries, oftentimes all you have to do is drop into your heart space and really see what's going on there. Okay, so let's take a look at the guidebook. What do they have to say? So let's see, it's card number 19. Oops. We've gone too far. Okay, so let's take a look here. Come, dear, and sit by the fire. Hearth comes to a reading when you are cold, rigid, or perhaps seeing things only from a logical perspective. You are being guided to warm your soul, to experience life from the heart. Ooh, just what I was saying. Your emotions don't care about logic or reason. The heart feels what it feels, and in this situation, your heart is wiser than your mind. Listen to your inner knowing to guide you. May you feel conflicted. Your mind might be telling you to be more practical, more reasonable, or more sensible. This is your ego operating from a place of fear. Your soul knows what you need to know, and it's letting you know what you feel. Allow this wisdom to be heard, and that all will be well. So yeah, that's definitely kind of what I was getting, is definitely just drop into your heart space. So if you've been feeling like some anxieties, some tensions, and things like that, then perhaps you're more in your head than you are in your heart, and that would be more akin to a 3 of Swords situation. So if you've been feeling that, then definitely take some time to put your hand over your heart. You might even want to put a piece of pink kunzite or rhodochrosite or even rose quartz on your heart to help you drop into that heart space, which is also an act of self-love. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. Again, this was by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz, illustrated by Giada Rose. So anyway, I will put the link for this down below, and I hope you guys dug it. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different types of readings, including conjuremancy readings, scrying readings, mediumship readings, pet readings, all sorts of stuff, tarot, oracle, Lenormand, so definitely go check it out. And hey, if you're looking for more witchy items, then check out a shop that's run by myself and James over at Light of Riga, and it's called Desert Cauldron. It's all one word, over on Etsy, and actually until Sunday, which I think this airs on Sunday, until Sunday we have our Mabon sale going on, so definitely go check it out. We have a lot of one-of-a-kind items because we know that your practice is personal, and not everybody does the same thing. Not everybody believes the things the same. We all grew up differently, so our items try to reflect that. So a lot of items were created by us, some items were created by local artisans, and some items were created by our artisans over on our local reservations, including Maricopa County and in Pima territory, where actually my family's from, and we have some items that were created by White Mountain Apache folks on the reservation over there, so our friends kind of like all over the place, a few Navajo items, but yeah, like I said, a lot of local artisans and that. So definitely check us out, come dance in the desert with us, and check out our sale that we have going on. And all of my other links are down below for my Patreon, for my newsletter, for my Leon Mystery School. And my Patreon homies, they get, you know, Patreon only live chats, crystal grids, crystal talks, channel guidance, so on and so forth, readings, monthly readings and things like that. So if you're interested in that, definitely see if you want to come hang out with my Patreon homies. But yeah, so that's it for me. I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.